Andrew, you know what is always exciting for me? You know what is never boring to me? You know what always pumps me up?
Is it?
It's when we have great clients who are implementing the proven system. It's fun to see it because when you have a business and you don't know what to do, it can be very frustrating.
Oh, yeah.
But it's also frustrating as a business consultant when you teach people the proven plan and they simply don't want to implement the program.
That's
which
true.
is why I've always been doing this month to month, because if somebody will not implement the plan, I just let them know, hey, if you don't implement the plan, it's probably not a good fit.
Not a good fit.
But on today's show, we are joined with a couple who has been diligently implementing the systems. These guys are growing their business by over 500%. And now, without any further ado, it is now time for yet another edition of...
Wins of the Week!
Oh, yeah!
Andrew, put some shrimp on the bullpen.
Whoa.
Unbelievable! Andrew, get some below!
You can do it!
Get out the pinata!
21
Andrew, these people are running their business!
Impressive. It smells like a winner.
Andrew, you do smell like a winner. Unbelievable, Andrew. You do smell like a winner.
Oh, wow. Thanks.
Wow. Hey, Wes, welcome on to the Thrive Time Show. How are you, Mr. Wes McPherson?
Good. How are you, Clay?
Brother, I'm fired up about your growth. Fired up about your growth. I'm getting excited, Andrew. I'm getting excited.
Just can't hide it.
Wes, how did you first hear about us, brother?
So I literally just Googled. I was looking for some business podcasts just to get some insight, and you guys popped up, and I started listening to it. And I don't know, within about 2 days, I think I listened to probably 20 podcasts. And I just actually reached out to get the book for the internet or the website stuff. And, yeah, Julia reached back out to me, and we ended up working together.
What's the name of your company, my friend?
Organized Storage Solutions.
And where are you guys based?
So we are based out of Roseville, California, and we actually just opened a second location in Reno, Nevada.
And so you guys are having growth, and so many people, when they hear about you guys having the 566% growth, Andrew, it's almost like their creativity stops, and they stop to believe it could happen for them because they think, oh, this guy Wes must be a freaking genius.
Yeah.
And again, I never want to be a backhanded complimenter, but Wes, you are very normal. Like, you come across as a normal, good dude. You come across as a high integrity guy. Both you and your wife are great people. What would you say to somebody listening out there that's maybe thinking about coming to a conference, but they've been putting it off because they're going, you know, I don't know. I don't know if I can do it. This Wes guy sounds incredible. What would you say to somebody who's thinking about reaching out or attending a conference, but has been putting it off because they're maybe thinking that they don't have what it takes?
You know, I would definitely do it. And here's why. Like, when I first started talking with you, Clay, that first initial conversation, you know, a lot of times people are, you know, I was one of them thinking, you know, can I afford this? And then in the back of my mind, I'm going, how can I not afford this? Like, what's the worst thing that's going to happen? My business is going to grow. We're going to make a bunch of money, and we're going to be a lot happier, right? Other than struggling day to day, just trying to make something happen on our own.
I find that a lot of people find it unbelievable that we only work with 160 clients, and then I actually do interface with each and every one of my clients whenever they have a need for a personal call. You and I have hopped on calls before. I know we've done calls. I'm not going to ask you to share what those calls have been about, but could you maybe share about my accessibility for you as a client?
Yeah, it's very accessible. I mean, I can, if I am just completely struggling, usually Julia can help me. And typically, though, she's like, hey, I'm going to have Clay call you. It's perfect. And you call me within probably 6 to 7 hours, I hear from you. And that's probably worst case scenario, to be honest with you.
And that's why I only take on 160 clients because, you know, I've been doing this since 2006, 2005. And it's just every business matters. I mean, Andrew, you know that. I mean, every client matters.
Yeah. Yeah, they all have a business.
When you guys have a question, I'm thinking, I got to be able to call this guy back. And, Andrew, you know this. I've had my phone off because we've been on our Project Save America right now. We're interviewing so many, and we're interviewing, you know, governors, lieutenant governors. We're interviewing decision makers, county commissioners, elected officials, Roger Stone, who President Trump just pardoned. We're interviewing all these people right now to try to get the truth out there to the American people. And we've been in the studio for about 6 hours here, and I bet you I've missed, you know, 40 calls or text messages,
or more,
and I'll return all those calls. And I'm honored to do it. But Wes, explain specifically what the conference has meant for you and your wife, Kelli.
Yeah. So, I mean, the conference was great to actually get to meet you guys and make sure that you're real people, right? Not just robots trying to tell us what to do. But it really just, it's so simple that you guys break it down so simple that anyone can understand it. And just working with you guys has helped us just by having somebody push us along, right? So, like, even though you need to be doing something, you're like extra marketing when COVID hits, right? You're like, should we be doing this? And you guys are like, yes, do it. And it's turned out to be great.
So I want to brag on you guys for a few specific things, and I'd like for you to be able to share any more details if you'd like. You guys are doing the checklists. You know, I think Kelli specifically is really killing the checklist game. Your wife, she's doing the systems. So many people fight back about checklists. It's weird. I mean, some people just like, I hate the checklist. But some people just, for some reason, want to fly by the seat of their pants. I mean, your wife is just the queen of checklists. Talk to me about how checklists have helped you grow your company.
They've been great because it takes the thinking out of it. You literally have everything that you need on a piece of paper, and the guys just check it off as they load it into the trucks. There's no thinking of, oh, did I forget this? Did I miss this? Did I do this? Well, if it's checked off, you got it. You should be good. So it actually saves time. It saves people having to come back and forth from the warehouse back to the job sites because they already have everything because it's checked off. And if they are coming back and forth, it gives us a reason to ask them, hey, why are you doing this? All the checklists are checked off. Why, oh, you didn't do the checklist properly. Gotcha. But I think my wife knocked out about 20 of them.
Oh,
in a
she
week,
did.
I think.
Power. Wes, what's your last name? McPherson. Now, again, your website, for people out there that want to look at your website to verify you're real people, what's your website?
It's Organized Storage Solutions Inc.com.
Organized Storage Solutions Inc.com. Now, folks, I want to make sure you get this if you're listening right now and you're going, what are they doing? How are they growing by this much? There's a lot into the system. I mean, it's like a 15-page business plan I make for every client. So I don't have time to get into all of it here, but I just want to for you to see a little bit of the detail. You guys, this is what I love about you guys. You know this and I know this, but the listeners probably don't know this. Optimizing a website requires that the client implements Google's canonical compliance system. If you want to be top in Google, Andrew, there's 4 variables that get you to the top of the Google search results. And that would be canonical compliance.
Yep.
That would be
mobile compliance.
That would be...
You've got to have the most original HTML content.
Yes, and that would be...
Yeah, you got to have the most Google reviews.
Right, and so sometimes you have to make compromises. You have to make compromises and maybe compromise the way the website looks. Maybe you want it to look a certain way, but to rank higher, you have to compromise and maybe make it look a little differently than what you want to. But we're not doing it because we are choosing to do it. It's not like we want to design your website to look a certain way.
Right.
It's Google wants your website to work a certain way in order to rank in the search engines. Wes, you have diligently implemented the systems. Can you explain what it's been like to work with our web team?
It's been awesome. It's been easy. They're literally on it. As soon as you need something done, it's literally changed within their time frame that they give you.
Yeah.
And it's been, great. It's helped our business. So
the group interview. Let's talk about the group interview for a second. So many people say, I can't find good people. Now, we have entire shows, and if you're in the coaching program, we'll break down all the systems on how specifically to run the group interview, the checklist you need, the onboarding documents, the hiring paperwork, the legal stuff, all that. But what kind of impact has the group interview hiring process made for your company?
Oh, it's awesome because you're not running around trying to meet all these different people's schedules. You just give them a time, tell them when to show up, and if they show up, they're interested. If they don't, you're not wasting your time with a bunch of people that aren't really interested.
There it is. Folks, if you're out there saying you can't find good people, the group interview system, if you implement it, it will help you to find good people. Final question I have here for you. Somebody out there is thinking about reaching out to us, and they know it's month to month. They probably listened to a lot of testimonials. I think at this point, Andrew, before this call, John was telling me we have over 1,000 success stories.
Yeah, there's so many.
There's so many. But somebody's going, well, I I don't know. I mean, I just, and then you say you're going to do a 13-point assessment, but will I actually do it with the 13-point assessment with me specifically? Could you explain what that initial conversation was like with our team and then with myself there, Wes?
Yeah, it was great. I mean, we talked to Julia initially, and, she kind of explained everything to us, went over it. And again, like I had said, I didn't know if I could afford it at first, but then in the back of my mind, I was just like, how can I afford not to do this? I can only imagine. I mean, just talking with you, and then Clay called me after Julia talked to me, and we went over the 13-point assessment, and you kind of just went over some goals with us, what we wanted to hit, and you did an outline based on that. And I'm going to say 10 months in, we're pretty gosh darn close to hitting our goal that we had for an 18-month view.
Brother, I am proud of you, and I'm saying this not so much prophetically as it is just mathematical certainty. You're going to have massive success. You're going to have massive success. And the only thing that can really screw it up at this point is your governor. Governor
Right.
Newsom, Adolph Newsom. There, I believe is the name of your governor.
That is it.
I mean, seriously, am I exaggerating the jackassery of your Thanksgiving canceling governor?
You are not. It's unbelievable. Yeah.
True jackassery. But I appreciate you guys pushing through, because you know what? A lot of people say, I can't grow my business because of this 2020 craziness, but you did not let that be an excuse. You focused on what you could do. You did not let what you could not control keep you from doing what you could control. And that right there is a powerful teaching moment. You didn't let the things you couldn't control stop you from doing the things that you could control. And that is a powerful lesson for the listeners out there. Wes and Kelly, thank you so much for joining us on today's edition of the Thrive Time Show.
Yeah, thank you for having us, Clay. We appreciate it.
Yeah, one more time. What's your website address, and what do you do?
So it is www.organizedstoragesolutionsinc.com, and we do garage enhancement. So we do epoxy floors, garage cabinets, overhead racks, shelving systems, and we make your garage a place that you want to go to instead of avoid.
I tell you what, brother, you are an absolute dream client. It's been an honor to serve you guys. I cannot wait to see you soon, maybe at another conference here in the not-so-distant future, and I hope you have a wonderful night.
Hey, you too. Thank you very much, Clay.
Take care, brother. Bye. And now, without any further ado, 3, 2, 1, boom!
If I lived in China or even Russia or any totalitarian country, maybe I could understand some of these illegal injunctions. Maybe I could understand the denial of certain basic First Amendment privileges because they haven't committed themselves to that over there. But somewhere I read of the freedom of assembly. Somewhere I read of the freedom of speech. Somewhere I read of the freedom of press. So just as I say, we aren't going to let any dogs or water hoses turn us around. We aren't going to let any injunction turn us around.
Gotta pick a side, man, it's do or die. Trying to stay up in the middle, man, that's suicide. Be hot or be cold, what's it gonna be? Support me with loyalty, it's all I wanna see. If you ain't saying nothing, then you saying something. What you see is what you get, man, I ain't never frontin'. I see your problem, I'm lazy, cause I ain't never running. Opposition passing it off, cause they ain't never won it. Come on, time to say goodbye, it is you and I.
When you compromise, it will multiply.
We ain't never scared to put it on the line.
It's time to pick a side, it's do or die.
Time to pick a side, homie, do or die.
When you compromise, it will multiply.
We ain't never scared to put it on the line.
It's time to pick a side, it's do or die. No mess, no backs for me. Both middle fingers up, full talk about G. I'm never gonna listen to his latest pitch or the scarf queen. His Dr. Brooks is up. I'm an American with the First Amendment and the Second Amendment to defend it. You want our guns? Well, come and take it. Hope you're good at dodging bullets and you're praying. The year 2020, the year of perfect vision. The time where you and I have to make a decision. Open up your minds like Hunter's laptop. But when you see corruption, this time it's gotta stop. Back the police, say no to the beast. No to the mask, take no vaccine. Back the police, say no to the beast. No to the mask, take no vaccine.
Time to say goodbye, it is you and I.
When you compromise, it will multiply.
We ain't never scared to put it on the line.
It's time to pick a side, it's do or die.
Come on. Time to pick a side, homie, do or die.
When you compromise, it will multiply.
We ain't never scared to put it on the line.
It's time to pick a side, it's do or die.
Come on. If you compromise, it'll multiply. Treat you like a doormat, treat you speaking mind. Ain't hard to find, you must be blind if you can't see the sign. I got a spine, I won't ever let them take what's mine. Time to unify, I'm talking you and I. If you ain't riding for the cause, better move aside. Sit back, watch me work, I'ma do it right. Time for you to pick a side, it's looking like a do or die. Time to say goodbye, it is you and I.
When you compromise, it will multiply.
We ain't never scared to put it on the line.
It's time to pick a side, it's do or die.
Time to pick a side, homie, do or die.
When you compromise, it will multiply.
We ain't never scared to put it on the line.
It's time to pick a side, it's do or die.
Our country will never be a socialist country. We're not going to let it happen.
And that is another lyrical miracle on the Thrive Time Show.